Hello everybody, welcome to StealthTV. I'm Stealth, and this is Amateur Hour. And apparently somebody left the game. So today we are going to be looking at a custom game, which was obviously obvious due to the pink Terran player down here, known as orlyOWL. And up here in the top right, King of the Protoss players, King. And King going a little crazy in the chat. I'm not sure what he is doing there. That must be some sort of, something I don't know about. So today's map is going to be on... Really, what is that? And how is he that fast? That is impressive. That is some impressive chat micro. So today's map is going to be on, I believe this is Daybreak LE. Don't forget the LE Ladder Edition. I do believe this is Daybreak though, than the new map pack. I could be completely wrong about that and just completely made an ass of myself. That is entirely possible. So King obviously keeping up his keeping his fingers warm, keeping up that micro with the chat room and with the chat and whatnot. I can't talking over myself and stumble over my words, but that's alright because we're doing this live. In the production tab we see SCVs and probes. So that's all you need, SCVs and probes. And it looks like orlyOWL, it might be going for that fast expand. Yes, command center first, and actually King going for the Nexus first at the same exact time. It's kind of impressive, actually. Both players at 16, 17-ish supply. So we're definitely going to be seeing a macro match out of these guys. Or, King may just be feinting a cannon rush. I'm pretty sure he's just feinting a cannon rush to get orlyOWL to pull all of his SCVs. And if that was his goal, oh my god, was he successful. He's just building pylons. He doesn't even have a forge back home. But it doesn't matter because in the income tab we see King just taking the lead right now. orlyOWL forced to pull all of his SCVs. And it cost King a few minerals, but I think it cost orlyOWL some more. That was actually pretty cool, I have to admit. I've never seen that happen before. Oh, and King still being a pain in the ass to orlyOWL, taking out that SCV with that probe before the bunker or the barracks can get done. Oh, King showing that he is the king of being a pain in the ass. Unfortunately, that probe is going to go down now. orlyOWL doesn't have anything to worry about yet, or for a while, because the gateways still have a ways to go before any zealots get in his base. Because I'm guessing that is the next step. Now, normally I would like to try and call a build, but at this point, I don't know exactly what King is going to be trying to do. What with the fake cannon rush and whatnot, that is not something you normally see. But orlyOWL doing his thing, getting up his orbitals. I actually had the orbital on the expansion one first before the main. But that's alright, they're both up now. We got the mules coming down. And 2 more racks going down for orlyOWL. What I would like to see orlyOWL do is like a 6 racks push at this point. But it doesn't appear that he's planning to do that. And King getting up a 3rd gateway. And going for that warp gate research really quick, of course. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what King has in mind here. orlyOWL just getting up that defense, trying to get his income back up a little bit more. There's a couple more racks being added on, so it may not be six racks, but he's going to do 5 at least. Get that bunker up. And does he even have gas yet? No, he does not. In fact, we're going to be seeing a lot of Marines. This is exactly what I want to see out of orlyOWL to try and punish that fast expanding Protoss player. And a robo facility, so we're going to see a 3-gate robo cage pylon. Yep, 3-gate robo out of... or a 4-gate robo out of King. He is expanded. He can do that. I will allow it because I am in control of this game. It's not true. That does remind me, though, we had an interesting conversation at one of the lands one time, that it would be interesting if there was a game mode where referees could control the players' units. Now, they'd have to be balanced somehow, but it could make for some interesting games. Like, oh, you're sending all your Marines in there. Oh, well, your opponent's banelings are now going to be in your base because I have information your opponent does not. I don't know. I think it could work out. So, custom map, guys, hit it up. Could be like Observer God mode or something. Could work. I don't think I would play it because it'd be just annoying as hell, but... Oh, and the probe going down. Forward pylon being lost. That's going to be a huge blow to King once he gets all those warp gates up. But King actually having a pretty good sized force out here. Nothing being built out of that robo facility yet except for one observer and some rocks, apparently. Some rocks right there. Which looks like a giant turd. Lumpy turd. Marines in the middle of the map are actually going to be able to flank around the back of all these stalkers, but unfortunately stalkers are really good against Marines, but apparently not good enough because there are just too many Marines right here. Forward pilot having to be canceled again, another probe being lost. King is now way down in supply count, and this is why I love seeing... I don't want the automaton. This is why I wanted to see the 5 or 6 racks aggression coming out of orlyOWL and doing exactly what he needs to do, throwing down the gas, getting the tech labs, getting up his all of his tech now after moving out with this big wave of Marines, which are going to be able to do not much damage. There's enough units here for King. He's going to be able to defend this pretty easily with a couple good force fields. And coming in for the flank, going to be able to catch him off guard. One good force field. Doesn't really do a whole lot, but there's enough stalkers and zealots and that immortal out now that's going to be able to clean this up. No problem. Yeah, no problem at all. +1 actually being started right now for King. And orlyOWL just building a little bit of everything. A third going down up here for him. A third actually going down here for King. Trying to hide that expansion, but it's going to be kind of bad for him if orlyOWL figures that out. The factory, the Marines, the stim, combat shield, and the +1. So all of his upgrades going, but we're going to see still way more Marines. And probably some medevacs eventually coming from orlyOWL. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all with stim Marines and medevacs. And the Robo Bay being laid down in the main of King. So we're going to see some Colossi coming out. Because Immortals are good against a lot of things, but Marines aren't really the one. And shields being upgraded because why not? Everything has shields. Buildings have shields. Zealots have shields. Immortals have shields. So why not get the shields? King doing his best, try to maybe get a little defense up here. He's going to lay down a couple gateways, but I don't think that was really necessary. I think he's trying to hide a little bit too much tech and Tekken. Yes, he's trying to hide a little too much Tekken. The Street Fighter may find it. Which, by the way, I still want to play. I'm horrible at fighting games, but Street Fighter X Tekken? Street Fighter and Tekken? Are you kidding me? Really? How did that licensing deal go? That's amazing. Oh. And personally, I'm cheering for Tekken. That was my first major fighting game. I mean, I guess I had Mortal Kombat, but I didn't really like Mortal Kombat because it was really, really hard. I could never really beat the game because I was like 5 when it came out. But what the hell am I talking about? Oh, there's a battle going on. Stimming in, but no medevacs to heal up. Doing his best stutter step. Good force fields from King. And he's going to be able to clean that up, no problem. Oh, that was just a slaughter. That was a slaughter. Perfect. Perfect force. Well, not perfect, but really good force fields for King. Able to take everybody out. Most of those Marines weren't even doing any damage. And he still has no idea this observer's here. Don't you hate that? Don't you hate when you go through an entire game, you look in the replay, you're like, how did he know? Oh, and you see that one observer. That one observer over your entire army. He saw everything coming the entire time. Just gotta hate that. orlyOWL getting up that defensive detector, because he's probably afraid of DTs at this point. At least there. Doesn't seem to care anywhere else. And there's the medevacs going down. And oh, that's a sweet little profile. I don't know which one that is. It kind of looks like a... I'm not really sure what that looks like. Oh, but he sees the observer and he takes it out. Boom! There we go. But I think King still has the idea that there's a drop coming here pretty soon. Now, does orlyOWL even know of this expansion? No, he does not.
Ready for dust off.
The offensive factory moving in, getting tickled by the sentries. Little beam cannon there. Seriously. That sentry. That sentry. Don't lose that sentry. There we go. Finally moving that sentry back and moving in a decent little force in the front here. But at the same time, he's going to be attacking from the rear. And I don't think King's army is going to be in a position to deal with it. No, he's not. In fact, King moving up to his original third to take out... Oh, he dropped one Marine. But at the same time, there's a big drop in the main of King. He's going to go... orlyOWL is going to go right for the mineral line. At the same time, moving into the natural, King's army completely out of place. He's going to be able to take out almost all of King's probes right now. Instead, opting just to target fire the Nexus. Oh, one Colossi cleaning everything up there. But the Nexus goes down in the natural. So does the Forge. And orlyOWL is doing the right thing and retreating at this point. This Colossi, 9 kills on the Colossi. Mentor Colossi. Doing his thing. Oh, orlyOWL, he's not done with the drops yet. He's going to drop off, heal up, and maybe push in when these probes get down here. Don't do it, probes. Don't do it. Whoa, no, I don't want the destructible rocks. I have a big problem with those destructible rocks. Here he goes, he's going to move in. Oh, the Stalkers, they're running away from 2 Marines and a Marauder. And apparently so are the probes. No, the probes are just going to sit idly by while the Nexus is killed. And orlyOWL not able to take it out, but he's not done pushing. He's going to keep poking around up here and see what he can do. And wow, there's just units everywhere down here on the map. It looks like ants down here. And orlyOWL doing his thing, getting out those Vikings. That's quite a sizable force. King, though, he's tired of dealing with those drops. He's just going to move in with the Death Ball. Oh, he can't afford to lose that Colossi. And he does. It goes down. Beautiful force fields again from orlyOWL, though. Or from King, rather. orlyOWL can't lay down force fields because he's tearing. But King, beautiful force fields from King. Lots of sentries there. He's going to be able to do that stuff all day. A good scan to try and get rid of the observers if there was any. Oh, but King keeps splitting orlyOWL's army. Doing the pickup, dropping them behind the lines. Making the sentries waste their energy, excuse me. And orlyOWL has enough stim, he may be able to do this. He's going to land the Vikings in the back probably. Or not, he's going to sit them there. I don't know, this isn't going to be enough. He needs more DPS. The Immortals are just tearing up the units. And there we go, the Vikings land. He's got to be careful though, those Immortals are very good against mechanical units. Finally using the bunker for what it was used for, but with 4 Immortals, what are you going to do? Oh, and those Immortals just tearing through those Vikings. I think they would have been better off just staying up and waiting for the next Colossi to come out if there was going to be one. And the factory building Hellions at the King's third. Meanwhile, these Immortals still doing damage. Some poorly timed mules being called down there while there's still units in the base. And there we go. One Hellion gets out. And he doesn't get any kills. Oh, this is a crazy game. I am actually dry mouthed right now because of talking so much. So I'm going to do a drink of water. And Ops Zong has seen everything he needs to see and leaves the game apparently. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting orlyOWL to really be able to hold that. That was a really good or big push from King. But now orlyOWL ahead in the supply count, and there's a Twilight Council going down. Where is it? Lots more gateways being planted down, and lots of there's the Twilight Council. Be interested to see if we see a Dark Shrine after this. orlyOWL. Oh, he discovered the 4th. which was actually the third of King, and King has no choice but to let it fall. His army is way too far away at this point. Cloak for Banshees on the way for orlyOWL. And there's a starport. Where is that research? No, that's from Ghost. That's from Ghost. That's Ghost Cloak. We have Ghost, people. Which isn't that surprising against Protoss. And here we go. Get the pincer attack going. This should be a pretty good attack for orlyOWL. Splitting up King's units. All the King's units and all the King's men couldn't stop orlyOWL from taking the natural third. That was a horrible rhyme, but that's alright. Actually, King's going to probably come out on top here. orlyOWL, though, he is being aggressive, not giving up. Proving that Medivacs and Stim are a good combination, but unfortunately, it's just not enough. He's going to have to move back. Already has a sizable force back home again. And we see King now takes the lead in supply. Oh, this is ridiculous. Terran's ship weapons upgrade, because why not? Got to get those upgrades, man. Get those upgrades, boy. We see another starport without tech lab or reactor on it, so all the barracks do have add-ons. Small little push coming in from King. Nah, there's the rest of his units. I was going to say, I thought he had a lot more than that. And missile turrets, Ghosts coming out. Still no Dark Shrine. We are just seeing the Zell leg upgrade actually coming out for King. Kind of sad. I was kind of hoping to see more DTs, or see some DTs. We got another little sizable force for orlyOWL, but where are his Medivacs? There they are. He needs to save those Medivacs. Those are going to be his only saving grace in this army. In fact, I think he needs to get more. In units tab, we see only those 4 Medivacs, who are decently low on energy, only half energy for all of them. 20 Zealots right now for King, and a Planetary Fortress going up somewhere at the 5th of orlyOWL. And he's going to push in. See a giant force from King moving out. He does not have enough force to take care of this. In fact, he is 40 supply down right now. But he's going to stim. All but the Zealot legs are going to be a hindrance to him. And actually, those force fields from King actually helping out orlyOWL a little bit, keeping the Zealots away. And the fact there's a few Zealots in the back just charging back and forth, trying to get in to this fight. And orlyOWL might actually take this. The Immortals are still up, though, and they're going to be doing some terrible DPS. The Stalkers moving in from the back. Oh, very, very good EMPs from these Ghosts. But unfortunately, it's still just not gonna be enough. He needs to get those Medivacs out of there. It loses 1, loses 2. Oh, so he is. That is his last Medivac. Marines and Marauders, very good units under the saving grace of Medivacs. Otherwise, not as good. And the battle went really well for orlyOWL, but King managing to come out on top once again. I've been honestly surprised with King's force field placement. Like I said, the last one's kind of hurt his Zealots a little bit. And King apparently forgot Nexus. Lol. GG. I don't think that's actually going to be a GG. He's just expanding down here. And orlyOWL's not going to fall for it. He knows exactly where he's going. And hey, a Nexus. Look at that. But King is running kind of short on minerals. His main completely mined out. The natural having only a few hundred left in each patch. And so this is his last really good mining base. Meanwhile, orlyOWL is taking half the map. And it's just pumping out units so many at a time. Building more factories and getting the +3/+3. While the King is only on +1 weapons. But 2 Colossi on the way. That is going to hurt all these barracks units. So we will be able to see there's a lot of... What did I just say? Did I say Weeble Wobbles? Weeble Wobble will be able to see? Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. And some aggressive expansion from orlyOWL. Oh, your army's right there? Oh, well, I'm expanding right here. Yeah, you can see that on the same screen. In fact, he's not even going to move it. Oh, and the cancel. I thought he was going to... He built it somewhere else and was going to land it. And, oh, orlyOWL doing his best to try to get out that takedown his King's last real mining expansion. He manages to do it. That's going to give him the time he needs to get his army back up. Some more. We see some more Vikings on the way, and +3/+3 is almost done, as well as +2 weapons for those Vikings. So this is a really big death ball for King, and King knows this is do or die. It's now or never. He's supply blocked. Not anymore. He's not. orlyOWL moving back from those force fields. Those Colossi though tearing it up right now. He needs those Vikings out. The Vikings I think fell already. There's one Viking out doing some good damage. Ghosts in the back. Cloak using their EMPs. And the Colossi are down. That's going to help a lot. The scan going down to try and get the observer out of there. And just still more stalkers and more stuff coming. Actually, a few probes getting in on the action as well. The Viking has landed. He's going to try to get as much DPS done out of here as he can. But just so many barracks over here, pumping out so many units. I don't think King can keep up with this. And King gives out the GG. Oh, what a game. Swinging both ways, back and forth. I honestly expected King to take that at multiple times. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to keep up as many bases, and orlyOWL just took him to the cleaners as far as income goes. Oh, the income at the end of that, yeah. 1,500 to 400, and King actually was ahead in harvesters. Ouch. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this game. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, there will be updates 4 days a week. Hold me to it. Don't let me back down. And I will see all you beautiful people next time. Peace.